Alright, y'all, so this is going to be my final video for tonight. I know I upload like, 5, 6 videos today, but I don't care. I can do whatever I want. It's my content. But, yeah, we're going to jump on to something serious. Gabby Petilio, she's gone. So, and we finally find out what was the cause of her death, and it was ruled to be a homicide. And I'm going to give you my thoughts on all of this towards the end of the video. So, Gabby Petilio was killed by another person. A coroner colluded while also confirming that the human remains found recently at a Wyoming National Park were two of the 22-year-old woman who disappeared months after she set out on a cross-country road trip with her boyfriend, the FBI said Tuesday. Turner County Coroner Brent Blue determined Petilio was the homicide victim, but did not disclose a cause of death pending final autopsy results. Officials said her body was found Sunday near undeveloped camping area in remote northern Wyoming along the border of Grand Teton National Park. So she was dead after all. And it took them, days to finally found the person. Yikes, man. Something tells me they're not going to end up investigating the boyfriend because he was the one that was with her this entire time. So I think he might have had something to do with her death. So, I don't know, man. It's crazy, man. Meanwhile, authorities continue to search a Swampy, Florida preserve area near the home of Petilio's boyfriend. Police in northern Port Florida said investigators returned Tuesday to near the home of Petilio's boyfriend. Police in North Port Florida said investigators returned Tuesday to the Carlton Reserve to look for Brian Landry, 23. Nothing of note was found, and the search was expected to continue Wednesday. Investigators began searching the 24,000 Rs 9,700 hectare Florida Nature Preserve over the weekend for a scene on the area after Landry's parents told police he may have gone there. That sounds like they're covering up their son's actions, because that's exactly what they're doing. They're covering for people's actions when they know that they're in the wrongs. That's exactly what cowards do. Authorities are using helicopters, drones, dogs, and officers, all terrain vehicles, in their search for Landry. About 75% of the search area is underwater. Underwater? There's no way you can make it escape by going underwater. Not unless he wants to kill himself by doing something like this, and that's exactly what it sounds like. But as far as like underwater goes, I am not believing it. On Monday, the FBI went to Landry's parents' home in Northport and removed several boxes and towed away a card neighbors said Landry's mother typically used. Yeah, something's wrong with the Landry's family, because you can tell they have something to do with it. Because ever since this news broke out, you can tell they're trying their hardest not to get their son in trouble or put him in jail. But I'm sorry, but if the child did something wrong, they're going to have to do the crime and the time. So you can't just like protect them anymore. Landry and Petilio has been have a living with his parents at the Northport home before the road trip, which she died. My God. So she was living with his parents, before she lost her life during the road trip. I don't think y'all people realize that whatever you see couples on social media or the media in general, don't assume that they were a perfect couple, but you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Because anything can happen in a snap or two. Because once the media gets the hold of the situation, then you're going to realize that Not everybody's perfect. The young couple had set out in July in a converted van to visit National Park in the West. They got into a fight along the way, and Landry was alone when he returned in the van to his parents' home September 1st, police said. Landry has been named a person of interest in the case, but his whereabouts in recent days were unknown. Petilio's father, Joseph, posted to social media an image of a broken heart above a picture of his daughter with the message, "She touched the world." My God, man. I can only imagine what the dad must be going through, what the mom is going through, the parents of Gabby must be going through. And they told Landry, look, if you know something, man, you better bring her back home. Because it's starting to make sense of how you're looking guilty and you're suspicious because of what happened. You were with her, you caused her to death, and you're the person of interest. You have something to do with it. Sorry for my bad speech though, but still. In an interview broadcast Monday on TV's Dr. Phil show, Joseph Petilio said Landry and his daughter had dated for two and a half years. Landry was always respectful during the interview, which was recorded before his daughter's body was found. Petilio said the couple had taken a previous road trip to California in her car and there was no problems. Oh, you don't say. I think what you should have done, you should have called your daughter and him to make sure that they made it there safe. Because if I had a daughter that had a boyfriend, they went off somewhere, I will always call her and make sure that they're safe and sound. Because anything could happen to your loved one. So you can't just, hand her off to some guy that she's dated for a long time just like that. Because you got to be able to know what's up with them. Make sure that they're fine, they got what they need, and if they're safe. Because at this point, you don't know what's going to happen. And this right here is starting to show just that. Joseph Petilio said the family began worrying after several days without hearing from their daughter. We called Brian, we called the mom, we called the dad, we called the sister, we called everybody number that we could find, Joseph Petilio said. No phone calls were picked up, no text messages were found or returned. Joseph Petilio said he wanted Landry to be held accountable for whatever part he played in his daughter's disappearance, along with his family for protecting him. And that's exactly what I just said. Because when I was reading this article, despite my bad reading and my speech, I knew something was strange in the way the tone sound, that the family was protecting the murderer. This is exactly what is going on. I hope they got, what's coming. And that includes his folks, Joseph Petilio said. Because I'll tell you, right now, there are just as, conflicted in my book. Having a hard time saying it though, but yeah, you get the picture. The FBI said investigators are seeking information from anyone who may have seen the couple around Grand Canyon. I don't think everybody is going to tell them where they're at. Because Landry is on the run. He's basically the murdered suspect. And I know Dr. Phil, somehow he's going to end up bringing him on TV. And he's going to come up with another different story saying, oh, I have no idea what happened. And then, you know how I feel, he's just going to end up cracking on the guy, trying to get him to confess. But we all know Dr. Phil sometimes do stuff with views and everything. But all I know for sure is that this story is never going to go away. They're going to continue with the investigation. They're going to continue to find out information of what really happened to Gabby. And we all know what really happened was she went missing. Her and her boyfriend had a fight. And this is just wild to me. Gabby Petilio and Landry were childhood sweethearts. So they've been together since they were kids. I thought they just met like a year ago. Gabby Petilio and Landry were childhood sweethearts who met while growing up on New York's Long Island. His parents later moved to Northport. Every time I say the word Northport, I think of North Pole. Northport, about 35 miles, 55 kilometers south of Sarasota. A man who saw Petilio and Landry fighting in Moab, Utah on August 12th called 911 to report a domestic violence incident. According to the recording of the call obtained from the Grand Country Sheriff Office, the man said he saw Landry slap Petilio while walking through the town and proceeded to hit her before the two got into the van and drove off. So all of this is coming together and it makes sense because he not only slapped her, but he decided to just drive off after that. Well, somebody has the recordings of the 911 call. I would hope they would show the proof of the FBI agents and let them know what really happened. So that way they can close this case and maybe get justice for the Petilio's family. Because all of this is starting to come to light. So, video released by Moab Police showed that an officer pulled the couple's van over the same day after it was seen speeding and hitting a curb near Arch National Park. The body cam footage showed an upset Petilio. I think I've seen that on Inside Edition the other day. My God. The world we're living in, man. Landry said on the video that a couple had got into a scuffle after he climbed into a van with dirty feet. He said he did not want to pressure or pursue a domestic violence charges against Petilio, who officers decided was the aggressor. Mob police separated the couple for the night, with Landry checking into a motel and Petilio remaining with the van. In the footage, Gabby Petilio cried as she told the officer she and Landry have been arguing over her excessive cleaning the van. So they were arguing over her cleaning the van. Like, that is something so stupid and small. Like, I mean, come on. We're talking about Gabby being murdered, and I'm getting mixed signals here. On Dr. Phil, her father said that was not literally true. She just likes to keep living area orderly and was using slang, he said. App writer Matthew Brown in Billings, Montana, contribute to this report. So her father basically denied what really happened on Dr. Phil between her and Landry, because she just wanted to keep things clean, and I guess Landry was just a dirty bird. He just like to keep things dirty because I don't know, I guess that's just how he is. Yeah, if y'all want the article, I will put it in the description below. Yeah, I really hope that the family of Gabby gets real justice, because Landry has something to do with the disappearance and murder. And the family of Landry are a couple of scumbags that wants to hide and protect the murderers. My condolences go out to the Petilio's family. But I'm also questioning this whole missing person situation. How come there was no love, no whereabouts when it was missing black people as well? Because if you think about it, there were so many missing teens in D.C. that were basically African Americans, the most, that were missing. And y'all barely even talk about that in the news. It could be anywhere: D.C., Virginia, New York, Cali, Arizona, Texas, Utah, everybody that can go missing, especially those that are, people of color, and you barely see people talk about it. The news have barely mentioned the African American people that went missing when it started. And yet, Gabby is getting all the attention. Not trying to be funny or anything, but I'm just stating the obvious. Call me crazy all you want. I'm just telling it like it is. I think the two races needs to be talked about. Missing black people gone missing the most. Instead of just focusing on one race, which, the white race, which everybody is talking about all the time. And I think both races of black and white should be talked about when it comes to reports of missing people. And like I said, I hope that the family gets justice for Gabby. I just want to throw my 2 cents in this whole situation. Because I barely seen people talk about missing black people on the news all the time. So, yeah. Like I said, if y'all want the article, it will be in the description below. I'll see y'all in my next content.